Alright, so Orange's server is opening back up, and I thought today, let's tell a story of my experience that I had on the server. And if you want to play the server, the IP is right here on screen. And yeah, it's just a ton of fun. So I joined the server, didn't really have a clue what I was doing. I just got a starter kit and just absolutely clapped an admin who was testing stuff out. Yeah, I'd be kinda crazy on this server. Anyways, I saw this YouTube Hall of Fame, and I went in it and I saw some of the rules and I thought, you know what? Let's get into this YouTube Hall of Fame. So I made 2 shitty videos, put them unlisted on my main channel, and I got the rank. But then I lost the rank because Orange took it from me, which is unfortunate. He also took my YouTube rank on the server itself. Once again, really confused by this. He said because the 2 videos wasn't actually public, which is super strange because Leprune hasn't made any videos on the server, and he has YouTube rank, and he would go on to get his own custom role, which is really weird. And not only that, Chris has YouTube rank on the Discord and he's never uploaded. I don't even think I've seen him on the server. And also Toxic has YouTube rank despite him meeting literally none of the requirements needed, but hey, I guess that's that. So yeah, I don't know why Orange decided to remove my rank. Seemed a bit strange, but maybe he still has PTSD from Orange SMP. By the way, this is still a grief, Orange. This is still a grief. I mean, I was a menace back then, and because of this, I decided to be a menace now. That's right, it was time for a revolution. I mean, obviously though, if I was going to have this revolution, I'd have to think of a plan and also study the server, considering I literally had no idea what was going on. And the admin I killed when he joined the server asked me to 1v1 him, and if I won him, he would give me some goods. So, you know what, I accepted. But the unfortunate thing is, back then I was on controller, and obviously I wasn't the best back then, so, you know. It's kind of unfortunate that I obviously absolutely clapped him and won again. Easy, rip bozo. And yeah, he gave me netherite armour as well as a sword. That's very cool. Next I'd go back into the survival part and I'd just wander around looking for some stuff. Anyways, I'd find a shulker and oh my fucking god. So yeah, I managed to sell them and get 450k. Not bad to start the server off. But yeah, I guess this goes to show how broken the server is, and trust me, I'm going to break it a lot more than this dude. So yeah, I would form with Unknown and Red, and we would form Obese, which we had on Orange SMP. And the main people we'd fight against would be Upmost and Esam, which were admins at the time. And we decided to use the /vote command to get a free shulker, and Unknown would get a really cool pick in his chest, which would have a drill pickaxe. Now I know this looks confusing, but here's another thing this server has. It has custom enchants. There's some for pretty much anything, like swords, tools, armour, and some of them can be very broken. But with this pickaxe we could make 250k an hour by just mining. But sometimes that would be hard to do because the admins on this server are pricks. Hey, here we go, here's the first time me talking about the admins. I mean, here's the thing, the admins trolled way too much. Like literally, here's the first 24 hours of the server that they trolled just me alone, and yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, they was all in the first 24 hours. So yeah, we was gonna get revenge. Like, we'd literally just be doing our own thing and they'd just be trolling all the time. It's just, why? But hey, we would soon get revenge. Anyways, with this pickaxe that Unknown got, it also had a enchant called Jackpot. Now you see, this is where it gets really weird with the enchants. You see, with this Jackpot enchant, it has a chance to make it so, let's just say if you was to mine gold, it could give you diamonds. But also on this server, you also get the telepathy enchant, which basically means any block you mine instantly goes into your inventory. But because of that, this can pretty much be a dupe glitch. You can just fill a corridor with gold ore and then mine it to not only get all the gold ore back, but also diamonds. And with this method, I could make 1.2 million per hour. But you see, this pickaxe would be cool and all, but this is just Jackpot 1. I wanted a way to get Jackpot 5. And as it turns out, there was a very easy method to get it. If you'd done /custom shop enchants, you could get up this menu, which would have Jackpot 5 for $5 million. And it actually worked. Which is really weird because Jackpot 1 was for $10 million in the actual store, which means this was a bug and they forgot to disable this command. There was also haze too, which means we could mine them a lot faster. And with this method, I could make 4 million an hour. And with this method, I was set on becoming the richest person on the server. And to do that, I'd always do it when the mods wasn't on, to make sure they didn't know what I was doing and copy it. After this, Red managed to convince Orange to higher the price of ores, which means it was 10 times what the original value. So I could make 40 million an hour, which meant this got pretty insane pretty fast. Anyways, we decided what we was going to do for the revolution considering all the admin trolling, and we would invade their base. Now to find their base, either look for pretty much hours and hours and probably not find anything, or befriend one of the admins, and that's what we did. I would eventually start talking to the admins and hanging out with them, which means I'd actually have to socialise, but it was all worth it for that sweet revenge. You know, there was a few times I played with them, they'd just be flying around in creative. Somehow I still managed to die whenever they go in survival. But after a while I managed to get to their base, which was fucking great news. That pretty much means we had the revolution set. Rest in peace. I'd obviously checked through their chests and oh, look at all them illegal items. Man, I wonder where they got all the trolling from. Anyways, that will be set in stone for a while. I was in the admin's clan and I would grind gold and get as much money as possible. Eventually though, I'd be caught because Orange went in invis mode, which means I couldn't see that it was online, and he saw the method I was doing and didn't agree with it, so he took my pick, and as an act of sheer frustration, I'd show how broken the server is by going to the PvP arena by purling and show that I could mine any blocks. Yeah, the server was pretty broken. Anyways, he thankfully did give me 60 mil for it, which I know seems bad, but because I was planning on doing the revolution and not really playing the server, I didn't mind it. But in reality, I could have got way more. And it's not like the jackpot pick was banned, it was just risen in price, so yeah, I basically got scammed. But the funny thing was, Esom had a pick, but how come he managed to keep it, but I didn't? That was weird. Anyways, I managed to convince him to let me borrow it, and I would do the strategy and start grinding again. Eventually, after seeing the method I was doing, he asked if I wanted to convert the gold ore into diamonds. And I was like, wait, you can do that? He was like, I mean, seems fair, right? Oh yeah, that seems totally fair. Just make my method get even more fucking ridiculous than it is. Yeah, that seems fair. That seems completely fair. So obviously with this method, I spent all night grinding 300 mil. I mean, hey, it's a method that was deemed legit by an admin. Anyways, I took a break, and when I came back, Utmost decided that Jackpot Picks was now banned from the server. Which is really ironic. Weeks later in Discord, I would be talking with Orange about the Jackpots being banned, and he said that they was never banned. So he just straight up lied. And why would he lie like that? I don't know why they decided they was banned, because I would also get a crate which had a Jackpot 2 pick in it. But yeah, he decided they was banned, wondering why. It became pretty obvious when randomly Utmost decided to take 255 million from my balance, saying he done it because I think I got it through restricted means. Okay, and what's the fucking proof, bro? Do you just take money from people without proof? Mr. Utmost Pond, is that what you do? But yeah, he took the money because he obviously didn't want me being the richest on the server. There was also another time earlier where I'd come on and I'd realised I'd just lost 20 million despite me never buying anything. And what was funny is because of that 20 million loss, he was the richest on the server, which means he just took 20 million from me for no fucking reason. So yeah, in total he took 275 million from me. And yeah, that was that. We couldn't really do the strategy anymore. I mean, I had the pick from the crate, but wasn't really as effective as the Jackpot 5 pick. Unfortunately, because Orange found out about the picks and disabled the command, there's no way that the custom shop enchants command would work. Right? Oh my fucking god. So yeah, I spent all my money buying 7 picks and I'd store them in hidden locations, making it so no one could find them. And then I grinded all day again and I managed to get my money back. Anyways, the next day, me, Esam and Utmost Pond would go base hunting. Essentially it was going around and griefing people's bases. But I mean, obviously these guys would abuse and, you know, use TNT, which is banned on the server. They also didn't forget to go out of creative mode. And yeah, just like that, Rome was completely obliterated. Afterwards, I agreed with Esam that if I gave him 50 mil, he would give me a god set of armour. And holy shit, look at all these enchants. Yeah, that was definitely worth it compared to the shop prices. But that's also the thing about the shop prices. They are so utterly expensive that unless you're like really trying like me, you're not even going to be able to afford like a few of them. And that's just ridiculous. But anyways, with this god set came the spider ability, which could climb up walls, and by quickly block breaking you could get out of the map and run around to see all the structures from what used to be on the server. We would see old buildings such as the old spawn, the old shop, a bunch of cool stuff. Eventually we'll go to Unknown's old building since he still had his own saves. And there was the Nether. Now the thing about the Nether was on this server it was removed, so we thought, hey, this will be a cool idea to go to the Nether and get Netherite, right? I mean, we didn't know if it would work, it could just not work and just not send us to the Nether at all. So we thought we'd give it a shot. And when we went into the Nether, I'm not even fucking joking, it would literally crash the fucking server. Yep, we had just found an exploit that would literally close the server within seconds. I mean, I would only use it a few times, but still, this kind of exploits are fucking ridiculous. But not only that, when I got back on the server, I won an event, which gave me an opportunity to get an enchant I want. I debated with Unknown and Red to get either the Blaze enchant or the Wither enchant, so I had to go with Blaze. And I'm not even kidding, with this enchant, you can literally fucking break blocks that are meant to be protected. I don't know why Esam didn't see me here. But yeah, theoretically, I could literally grief any block I wanted to. Even spawn, PvP, anything. Even if it's protected, I could grief it. So yeah, we managed to discover 2 game-breaking exploits in the span of 1 hour. So yeah, absolutely crazy. So, with all these exploits, it was time for Revolution Day. Alright, so yeah, is it okay if I record this? I assume it is.
Yeah.
GP accept. Oh yeah, boy. I mean, just think, they was destroying bases a few days ago. I mean, it's only fair, you know.
To be fair, they were using TNC.
Yeah.
You're not even allowed to use TNC. I'm pretty sure they made it.
Oh my god, there's so much title drops. I've just mined like all the chests that they have. It's so much stuff. There's actually so much stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god, this cactus farm's massive. Holy shit.
Oh fuck, they had a whole chest of fucking bows and armor.
Massive fucking sand square. We're literally in there, on top of there.
I'm on the way. On Discord.
Oh, Esam's just joined. Esam's just joined. Esam's just joined.
Dip. I'm dipping. I was never there actually.
Dip, 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 dip. Just dip. Just dip. Just dip. Just dip. Just dip.
That makes me feel worse. I used most of it for test. Sure you did. Sure, I believe it. I believe everything you say. Not gonna lie. Now second class and server. Let's go.
So yeah, as you can imagine, Esam and Utmost were not happy about this. I mean, Utmost accused me of using TNT, which is bitterly ironic. Esam said it was wrong of me to use the blaze bow, which Yeah, Esam, you would never grief a base with the blaze bow, would you know? It's just never happened before. Anyways, yeah, they decided to abuse a lot and they'd steal so much of our shit. Here's just a list of the stuff they stole. And eventually, after a while, we managed to get them demoted. After all their abuse, we finally did it. They were finally demoted. But yeah, that brings us to the end of the journey. Obviously, this was recorded a while ago, so yeah, no hate to them. Esam's honestly a great person. Don't take it too seriously. I'm generally just joking about a lot of this. I don't actually care about shit that happened months ago. And if you was offended by this, get over it. And yeah, with that, thanks for watching.